have to go. But you should start looking in the...
Welcome back, explorers. You'll remember in part 1 of building a walkthrough in our yard, we talked with Josh Stedman, an experienced Disney Imagineer, who gave us tips on how to tell meaningful story and create powerful and immersive experiences. With this advice, we created the theme, approach, and script for our haunt, and were able to start work on the layout and infrastructure needed to run it. So as you know, any great haunt requires really good audio-visual elements. The soundscape that you're going to create for the actual experience is very important for creating the mood and the vibe of what it is that you're going for. And also the video components are very important. I think video is vitally important for the pre-show. I think having some kind of video that tells a story, that draws people in to what it is that they're about to do. Also, video can be incredibly important within the walkthrough or haunt itself, either to bring characters to life that couldn't necessarily be brought to life with standard practical means, or for creating visual effects and creating extra atmosphere to the experience. For this walkthrough, we wanted to go big and truly immersive, which meant we had to go big with our AV. So I'm in our studio area in the basement because I have some filming to do. There's several quite key audiovisual elements that are part of the story for the haunt that we're creating this year. One involves the intro video, the setup at the beginning of the walkthrough that kind of starts to establish the story and what's happening, and we're going to shoot some of that tomorrow and a little bit of it this evening. But the bit we're going to focus on is another very key audiovisual element, which is two girls having a chat in a tent. We see their shadows on the wall of the tent, and then something fairly gruesome happens to them. So we're going to set that up now. In order to do this, we're going to have to do quite a lot of changing things around in this space, because we need to film shadows, and we need to get those shadows just right. So let's start rearranging. So I've hung the sheet across the filming space. Now I need to put a light source behind it and see if we can get a nice sharp shadow so I can then film that. So this little light from IKEA might look tiny and scrawny. However, the great thing about it is it's a single light source, so there's just one LED in there, and it's got a nice thick, I don't know if you can see that, lens on it. So that's going to focus some light really nicely onto that sheet. So what I'm going to do is keep pulling this back till we've got a nice sharp image. So you see that? That's pretty good. So if I get up to here, I'm going to cast a really good shadow. So you can see my lips moving on the shadow, and then I'll be able to film that. We're just going to have to figure out how close we get the actors, my girls, to the sheet to capture what it is that we want. Probably very close, I'm thinking. So as you can see, this is working pretty well.
Maybe do that again.
What is even going on right now? Whoa, you've got a huge face. You're a monster. Don't eat her. Don't eat her. No!
Oh, I'm supposed to be gone. Okay, ready?
Come on.
Ow. Like, go back out and like...
Anyway, that's not what we're trying to film right now. Why does it not surprise me that this has devolved into craziness? In the meantime, I need to get a mic over
Jimmy,
here.
is that you?
3, 2, 1, action. And that's a wrap. What do we think, guys?
It looks really cool. Quite effective.
Where are we?
We're in the woods.
Thank you for that deep and fulsome answer, Rebecca. We've got to film Rebecca kind of shining a flashlight in her face and looking scared. which is going to cut into the other video that we're making. So, and we're probably going to have to put some new batteries in that flashlight.
Am I supposed to say all of it at once?
Well, within reason, yeah. I think you need
Maybe you can like glitch it and then
I
that
can,
make it look like it's
but
not.
you need to try and practice running it as one thing.
I don't have much time. You have to find this. I don't have much time. You have to find this out. Oh, you don't even know what I'm talking about. I found the map, a really old one that tells us a story. Is this thing on? If you're watching this, you have to listen to me. All the stories, the rumors, everything, it's all true.
You can hardly see me because it's so dark out here, but oh, thank you, Becca. But I think we locked the shot there. I think we're in a good place. Filming day 2, as you will see. It's a beautiful day outside. The autumn colors are coming in. What a great day to create a promotional video for Camp Arachnid. Now I am using, excuse me, there's a little leaves. I am using an older camera here. This is actually a great camera. It's an HD camera. But what I want to do is recreate kind of 80s feel. And so I want to be able to do crash zooms and, you know, have everything locked off on a tripod. So using a camera like this rather than a DSLR is perfect for recreating that very kind of car commercial feel that we're going to go for this video. Okay, the camera is set up for our first shot. Looking down this little pathway. Now we just need some actors. Okay, just wait for me again so I can check we've got that right. Okay, I think we've got everything we need in this bad boy. Now just for editing. So the first thing I've got to do is really work on the shadow video. The reason I'm starting with that is because it's the core really of the whole walkthrough. Why is it the core? I will tell you why. Because that video and the audio that goes with it are going to be the base for all the sound and video elements for the entire walkthrough. So if you imagine that video is playing when everyone comes in with sound behind it. When the video changes to the next section, the sound is going to change to map to it, and so on and so forth. And the actors within the walkthrough are going to have a little clicker. They'll be able to click on it, and it will be able to move that audio backdrop for the whatever they're doing, and the video backdrop for whatever they're doing to the next stage based on the script. So basically, that video is going to be the spine. So the first issue that you can see with the video here is that there's this really, really bright spot here, which you want to get rid of. So I've been messing with the settings and I've managed to get it to a point where it cleans up really nicely like that. So we've got very strongly defined shadows and a very bright background. So you've got to think about the fact we're going to project this onto a rear projection screen. It's got to be super crisp, but I'm actually super pleased with that. The other thing you'll notice here is that I've added little flickers in because I want it to feel like the light is flickering and brightening and darkening at certain points, so it looks real. So it looks like, you know, it's a real battery-powered light that's creating the shadow. Okay, it is a while later. The next thing I'm doing is, now I've got all the video elements in place, I'm actually laying the audio down underneath it. That's pretty easy for the majority of it, but there's a couple of chunks that are particularly complicated. The bit where the girls are speaking and then the spider attacks them.
Perhaps it's Jimmy.
But when all those components come together, it should look something like this.
Jimmy? Is that you?
Alright, I'm now working on the intro video for the actual camp. It's going to be two things. So there's going to be a video played on an old TV as they enter. The camp host is going to literally kind of push in a VHS tape. The screen's going to light up and it's going to play this very 80s looking video, which I'm really excited about. So I've gone for all the cheese that I can possibly get into a video and some incredibly cheesy music to go along with it. But the one thing we are missing is a voiceover. And so I think it's time for me to put in a call to a good friend.
Hey, buddy.
That didn't sound creepy at all. This is Mersk, voiceover artist and animator extraordinaire. He runs a YouTube channel called Mersky Draws, where he impersonates popular personalities and has created a really cool character called Tito M. I need your amazing dulcet tones again for this walkthrough we're doing. And let me tell you a little bit about it, just, you know, so you're not like super like, what the heck does Matt want me to do this time? Which is normally the face that you give me. People turn up at the camp, but it's like super creepy. And there's this kind of very tired, bored kind of, you know, like the guy in Jurassic World, enjoy the ride. Enjoy the
ride.
So he comes in and he's like, welcome to the camp. And I had to play this, you know, state mandated video. And so he puts in this VHS tape and this old video is going to kick off and it's going to be super cheesy. The kind of vibe I'm going for is, you remember the trailer that they did for Starcourt Mall?
So come on down and remember, Starcourt Mall has it all.
Starcourt Mall.
Exactly. It's super cheesy. And so the idea is that this video begins, people smiling and all this stuff happening at the camp, and it's in the camp state.
Okay.
And then halfway through this video beginning, there's this whole Blair Witch moment. And the video kind of tears up, and then you've got this girl with the torch, flashlight kind of going, I'm so scared. There's this stuff happening and it's super crazy. And of course the enjoy the ride guy is like paying no attention. He's like picking his nose in the corner somewhere. And
come on guys, I just work here.
It's like, enjoy your day. Correct.
Got it.
And that's the whole vibe for the beginning, to kind of give it that.
Sounds awesome.
It's meant to be funny and scary at the same time. So I'm trying to go for that vibe, and we need you for that voice. That voice of the of the voiceover guy on the video. That's what we need.
Fine, Matt, I'll do it. Enjoy the ride. Welcome to the Garden State, home of the world famous Camp Arachnid. Oh, there's more. Sorry. Hold on.
A little bit more, but that was fine. I like got the tingles, so we're in a good place.
Where you are bound to enjoy s'mores at the campfire.
And like that, the kid with the s'mores, that's going to be Max with his braces full of
Sleeping under the stars. Exploring the wooded trails. In order to keep you safe while you are here, you must abide by these important safety regulations. Okay.
Cool. All right, man. Take care. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Okay, so with that voiceover recorded and ready to go, it's now time to pull all those pieces together. So you'll see I've got all the clips in the timeline here, and I've applied a very, very analog effect here. If I just click play, you'll notice
wooded trails.
There's Mersk's wonderful voiceover coming together. But what it's done is, let me just turn the volume down here, is as you can see, it's laid this beautiful tracking element at the bottom here. And I've also gone for these very blue background screens, which was a very 80s thing. And then you'll see the tracking stuff come in. So we're done with that now. I'm quite pleased. This music.
Welcome to Camp Arachnid. Have a great day.
Cracks me up.
Welcome to the Garden State, home of the world-famous Camp Arachnid, where you are bound to enjoy s'mores at the campfire, sleeping under the stars, exploring the wooded trails. In order to keep you safe while you are here, you must abide by these important safety regulations.
Is this thing on? Whoever's watching this, you have to listen to me. The stories, everything, it's all true. The woods, they're full of them and they're everywhere. You have to find the stone, otherwise we're all doomed. It's hidden somewhere in the campsite. I have to go, but you should start looking in the...
Welcome to Camp Arachnid. Have a great day.
With the video and audio components complete, we now needed to bring them together with an immersive physical environment, complete with props, sets, and a 15-foot spider that would drop from the tree canopy to attack people inside as they tried to escape. To see how we achieve all of this, click on the subscribe button and hit the notify bell so you'll be the first to know when we publish our next video. Until next time, explorers, safe travels.